here's some of my favorite cards from Legacy of Destruction that you need to be wary of. What's going on? Welcome back, fellow tryhards. It's Tom with Tracker Gaming, bringing you back a brand new video. And first and foremost, before we get into it, I want to thank you guys for being you and for hitting 150 subscribers. Again, I started this channel a little over a year ago. Never thought I'd get as far as 150 people, but hopefully we're going to keep trying to keep hammering on. And I've got a lot planned for you guys within the next upcoming weeks. I'm going to start getting into Master Duel a little bit. Some of you guys may enjoy that because they just put the Unchained stuff on there. So if you guys haven't seen, you guys know my favorite deck of all time is Unchained. So I hope you guys stick around to see some of that. And also, if you guys see me at the Louisville Regional or the Remote Regional this past weekend, or as of the time of recording this video, thanks for, I had an awesome time playing against every single one of you. Really thankful for you guys and for you being you. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the content for today. So today, I want to go over some of the cards that I really am looking forward to for Legacy of Destruction. And believe it or not, there's not going to be a whole lot of Diabell Star or Snake Eye cards in this. It's going to be some of my own hand-picked personal favorites that I hope you enjoy as well. And that you kind of need to be wary of, because a few of these are going to catch you off guard if you play against certain decks like Yugioh, or if you play against like the Tempai stuff, or any sort of the new archetypes that are coming out, or the new Rika stuff, or the was it Ragnarika, I think is what it's called now. So there's a lot of different cool stuff that I'll really enjoy seeing. And without further ado, let's jump into it. Starting off, we have my favorite XYZ from this new set, Valdrath. Such an awesome name, and I think it's a little bit more dense in the name is a little bit more dense in the OCG. I think it's something like Eater of Worlds or something like that. It's like some name and then like Eater of Worlds. It's awesome, really cool names. If only Konami gave the TCG those kind of cool names. But I am really excited for this specific card. One, because it's generic. It's one of the very few generic rank 10s that are out there, and it takes 2+ level 10 material, as well as being an Omni Negate. So now the rank 10 spam turbo, whatever you want to call it, now has an Omni Negate under the tool belt. And now that on that same effect, it says then you can attach one material after you use the main effect of the card. It lets you non-target pop a card on field. So this card is incredibly strong. It's a 3000 attack, 3000 defense body, just a good tower to have on the field. If you're going first, you can just set it up, especially with the Yugioh. Spoiler alert, a lot of these cards that I like are going to be used in probably the Yugioh deck, because that's one of the decks that I look forward to playing in Infinite Forbidden format, along with Fiendsmith, depending on how that all pans out. But Yugioh is looking really promising within the next couple formats. So this card is definitely going to be played in the Yugioh pile, because it's, again, all the Yugioh stuff's level 10, as well as it being extremely strong and really well-balanced, really good interruption in today's format. And on to the next card. We have a card that is probably going to be really seen and sought after whenever the new Ice Jade support gets released in the Terminal's Revenge set. And I think you guys already know, because this is one of the only few water cards that I've seen in this set, and that is Fishborg Harpooner. So Fishborg Harpooner is a level 4 fish tuner, water monster of course, 400 attack, 400 defense. And this card says you can reveal this card and one water monster in your hand and special summon one of them and then discard the other. So this card lets you extend fairly quickly, and if you're playing the Ice Jade stuff, you can just keep going from there. And you can only use one of these effects once per turn, and then it also says that this card is sent to the graveyard as material for a water synchro monster. So pretty much any of the Ice Jade stuff. Then you can negate one of the effects of one effect monster your opponent controls on the field until the end of the turn. So it is an on-field negate for a monster your opponent controls. So this card is going to be especially strong in any sort of water synchro deck, and mainly probably going to be the new Ice Barrier stuff when Terminal's Revenge is finally released, which I'm excited for that set as well. Many of you guys know I love Infernoid. If you don't, now you do. Infernoid is such a fun deck to play. If only grass was that one. But no, there's no way that's coming back. But no, this card's pretty good. I think this is going to be one of the cards that if you're not wary of here in the next upcoming sets, then it'll definitely come back to bite you. And I'd definitely try to pick up some of these cards that I mentioned in the video as well, because not only are there going to be some of them that are, they might only be playable in a certain archetype, but most of these are going to be playable in quite a few different decks. So for example, Valdrath is a generic. That's a generic rank 10, so you're able to run it in any sort of rank 10 spam. With Fishborg Harpooner, it's usually going to be used for Ice Jade, but I think you could probably use it in several different other synchro decks. And as for the next card that I have on this list, we have the new card Blink Out. So I've heard of people talk about this a little bit prior to, but this card I think is going to have somewhat of a sly use when it comes to playing up and then upcoming format, because so Blink Out pretty much lets you do that. So it says target one link monster on the field, return it to the extra deck, then you can special summon one of the materials used as one of the materials that are in the graveyard that you use to make that one. So again, if you use like Shavara and a Arua to make a Yama, you can go Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2, do the whole thing like you usually do with Unchained Thing. If they go, okay, Effect Veiler, target Yama, you can go, okay, Chain Blink Out. And then Blink Out will let you bounce back your Yama and special back your Shavara. So there's a lot of really interesting interactions that you can do with this card, and it's not just for Unchained, of course. It's for any deck. It's a generic spell. And from what I understand, what I'm seeing here, this is not a once per turn effect either. There's no hard or soft once per turn effect on this card. So if that's the case, there's going to be a lot of cool stuff that you're going to be able to do with this specific card. So keep that in mind whenever you go to, get your singles for this set, or if you buy packs for the set. Kind of set a play set of this card for yourself to the side, so you at least have them in your collection as well as your utility toolbox for your upcoming format. As for the next to last card I'd like to go over, that is the Field Spell for the new Tenpai Dragon archetype. If you guys don't know about the Tenpai Dragon archetype, go check out some of the massive amount of videos that have been floating around here recently about how this crazy battle phase deck is doing. Jesse Cotton recently put out a video pretty much showing that this deck can well over push 35,000 damage. So in a single turn, which is insane to me, and you quickly find out why after you see how the deck actually plays. Well, this field spell, Sangen Summoning, plays a big part of that, and that is because the field spell simply says during the main phase, your fire dragons are unaffected by activated effects. So whenever your opponent's dragons or Tenpai dragons are unaffected by effects, you can't really do a whole lot during the main phase 1. But then during the battle phase, if the field spell is destroyed, they get to double the attack of a dragon synchro monster they control. So this is why the price of Trident Dragon has went up as of recent, and mainly because of the deck itself, but this field spell allows it to double the attack power of Trident Dragon, as well as Trident Dragon being able to swing 3 times in a turn if it pops 2 other cards on the field. So, which is very easy to do in that specific deck. So you're able to then pop your field spell with the Trident Dragon, and then you're able to buff its attack with the field spell that you just popped, because it doesn't have to be popped by an opponent's card effect, it just has to be popped in one way, shape, or form. So that card is going to be extremely potent. Not only that, it's also a searcher for the Tenpai Dragons. It lets you search for Tenpai Dragon during the main phase and then discard a card. So you're able to continually pop off and just keep doing combo. So I really recommend this some of the upcoming format. Definitely get your Cosmics ready, or your Typhoons, the trap card, or any of these weird battle phase techs like Battle Fader or Swift Scarecrow, and get your hand on a playset of each of these, because this field spell is going to cause a lot of problems for a lot of people. And last but most certainly not least, my favorite card that's going to be coming out in the new Legacy of Destruction set, Gruesome Grave Squirmer. This card was the original Grave Squirmer was one of the original cards that I used to play back when it was first released. It has a lot of nostalgic value to me. But not only that, it is my favorite unofficial Unchained card. So for those who don't know, the new Grave Squirmer says if you control a fiend, you are able to special it from your hand, and then you could pop a Yugioh monster on the field. So this card allows you to dodge Imperm, it allows you to dodge Effect Veiler, and all kinds of other stuff. But on top of that, it procs all of your Yugioh monsters to then special summon another Yugioh. So this card is going to be great. I really think you guys should really keep an eye out for a lot of the Yugioh stuff. To me, that is going to be one of the most slept on archetypes upcoming, because not only are we getting Infernal Grave Squirmer or Gruesome Grave Squirmer, we're also getting the Nightmare Throne, which is the crazy field spell for this. A lot of good field spells coming out in this set, so keep that in mind as well. But we're getting Nightmare Throne, we're getting the new Yugioh Fusion, Phantom of Yugioh later on down the road. I don't know if it's going to be in Infinite Forbidden or if it's going to be in one of the Terminal World set, or the upcoming Terminal World set that's going to be coming here in the next couple months. But I would recommend looking into these, and I just love how they're. This is going to be another way to play Unchained. You'll probably see me at an event playing this deck. This is probably going to be one of my favorite decks to play. Guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know. Drop a like, comment, and subscribe down below. Don't forget to leave a comment about what your favorite card from this new set, what new archetype are you looking forward to in the new set as well. But guys, again, thank you for being you. Thank you guys for those who I've gotten to play with over the past few weeks. I've been gone where I've been doing a bunch of tournaments and all this, all kinds of regionals and all that. So it's been a pleasure to meet some of you guys out and about. And if you do see me out and about again, which you will in regionals and stuff, please don't be afraid to come up, say hey, say what's up. Get to meet some of the people that I get to test with, and a lot of people that are on the channel quite often. But guys, don't forget, try hard, try hard. We'll see you next time. Peace, guys.